And I got so mad and frustrated starting, I'm gonna mail support and give me back my... All right, let's try Jules. Let's see, I haven't done anything. When I started the account, I did connect to the repository. So the idea, as before, is to build a real front end for the ADK agents. I mean, this is so fascinating. I am having so much issues with the recording software. This camera died, and then I started CapCut, and that started, and I recorded for like 10 minutes the first impression of Jules, and I was just gonna, okay, I'm gonna pause, and then the recording disappeared. And I got so mad and frustrated starting, I'm gonna mail support and give me back my recording. So much frustration. I mean, it's like, what is this a sign I need to build the software, or I should just not record? I mean, sometimes I can't really tell, but yeah, of course I'm gonna continue, but still, it's like, it's so, I'm getting so much nudges to create something, or I mean, is it that complex? I don't know yet. I haven't started. I'm still making the task creator so I can start creating it. Anyway, the idea with the Jules I was gonna try is was gonna implement in this template, for this chat template, I was gonna implement the agent support, so I could talk to the agent through just from this dropdown, select the ADK, and just have the blueprint, the idea to blueprint that PRD, that whole thing. That was the plan anyway. So I logged in. I connected to the template, and it's I have it checked out in the dev branch, and this was the prompt. So I had deployed agent, and I want to have this. I kind of described the issue, and then it came up with a plan, and it looked that complex, and it looked fine. I know that we need to create a router and add the module, and all the files looked fine. I mean, the only thing I was just getting this preview in the beginning, and I didn't really understand. Okay, so do I approve something? That wasn't clear. Where do I approve things? Just add the Vercel AI Agent to the chat module. So I mean, everything seemed okay, and same thing here, and the model provider. So yeah, this was the change. So I got a plan. I approved the plan. I mean, I was really impressed so far. So, but then I kind of, it stopped here, and I was like, okay, now what? So initially you just need to look at the diff, and then you there's no button to just, that I kind of need to. So I asked it, can you create a feature and commit it, and then it did. So it created a feature branch, and okay, 200. So, and that, I mean, I was impressed. Yes, I pulled it, and so let's see. Name imports. Okay, type errors. All right, let's try it. Let's move this recording. Let's see if it works. So let's refresh this one. It's always exciting if it works right away. Okay. Okay. Chat with your Vercel AI agent. Okay. Hi. I know if I'm getting the right response. Oh, invalid request body. Well, that didn't work. Well, at least it was a nice try. Maybe we can try and debug it as well. So how do you I don't know. Now we're back and forth. If I'm running it, since I don't have a live preview, so what's the purpose of this? Get the error message copying here, and then, so why would I use this? Other than it's, because I mean, I could, yeah, I mean, this prompt I could have put in any of my IDEs and just do the same thing. So yeah, it created a branch. I like that. That was nice. So yeah, I'm used to that in the beginning when I was using Aider in the beginning to it, so it would commit for me. I like that approach, and I also don't like it. So it's I don't know. Maybe I'll start with the Git integrations in the cursor, windsurf, or VS Code. I don't know. There's a bit of a charm with it, but if it, yeah, could be fun if we get a live preview and we can go back and forth. Asked it to look into the invalid body request, and it seems to be in the chat schema. This was missing, so it did the change. I asked it to commit it. That did not, since it's like it's just sitting there after I asked. So okay. I made the change, yeah, I'll commit. It didn't do that. So there's some kind of waiting, some logic not working. So I asked it to commit, and now it's just sitting here doing nothing. So I just took the code, I put it in here. It was just, adding that one. I restarted. So let's see. I have selected it. Yes, let's try again. Oops, an error. Okay. And there's no error in the console either. So, okay, well, we're not there yet, but it's, I mean, we have the drop down. That's a good start anyway. And so small steps, I'll keep debugging. I tried to debug some more, and I noticed some of the endpoints was wrong, actually. I don't know where it got the documentation from, but there was like a v3 somewhere, and the path to the REST endpoint was wrong. So I copied the documentation from the ADK, how to use the agent. You have the endpoints here. I pasted that in, and I was just like, okay, let's play with the process and see how it goes. And it went well, but still it's a too slow process. I mean, the waiting for it, and then you need to ask it to commit each time, and then you need to go and pull down the code. Yeah, it's back and forth, and I don't really, I mean, it could be nice if there was a live preview as well, like the Firebase. So I don't really, I don't see what's the use case for this, since, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, and it was missing some tables, and then I asked for a migration script and I got it, but yeah, it's a bit too slow. So I'm just gonna finish this and go back to my IDE and start with a debugging there. So see if we can get this going. Oh, I couldn't help myself debug some back and forth. It might be working first time now. Let's see. I have the raw response, at least in the logs. There was some formatting issues. Oh, here we go. That is nice. That's a much better interface, right? And ADK web. There's some tries, like, yeah. This is like 20 high, but nice. I'm gonna package this up and make a template of it. I just need to clean something up and make sure it's need some instructions for setting up the SQL database in Google Cloud and yeah, adding some of that so it's easy to just run some commands and execute. But yeah, nice, up and running. And of course, you can swap to any Postgres SQL server. I mean, that's the beauty. So yeah, up and running, small steps. Took a while, and the last debug was just back and forth with in my IDE with Claude 4. Yeah. All right, up and running. Catch you later.